Miami Beach, here we come.
Let's go, let's go.
Miami Beach. We got this sick penthouse view of Miami Beach.
I'm here to have the best spring break ever.
Spring break, baby!
This is my playground.
Once we got to Miami Beach, things went downhill fast.
Is this for us?
How you guys doing?
What's going on?
You're drinking in public. That's not allowed. The speaker, that's not allowed.
Rule after rule after rule.
What do you want me to do?
I don't want you to.
We didn't know the rules.
You know, argue right now?
This is so annoying.
Apparently, the only thing that wasn't contraband was the grapes and the cheese.
I'm ready to go out and hit the town.
Guys, they're saying expect curfew.
Potential curfews. Are you kidding me?
I'm not saying a hotel all spring break. That's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm out.
This spring break created a lot of tension.
What is your problem? Leave me alone. I'm here.
It's disengaging.
It's over. We're done.
Get out.
I'm so sick of crying.
The real villain here is all these rules.
DUI checkpoints.
You think I wanted it to be like this?
Police.
You have to take off your tent.
$100 parking.
No. Sign clearly says. She can't read, sir. Spring break.
Worst spring break.
Ever.
Meet me at the top. I'm on another level, going till I drop.
I'd come back to Miami Beach, just not for spring break.
That's what's up. Can you keep up?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Polito. I'm the Neighborhood Affairs Division Director at the City of Miami Beach. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We have a quick virtual information session about Spring Break 2025 and the different rules and traffic impacts that you could expect in the month of March. Excuse me. So before we get started, I just want to recognize our elected officials that are taking the time to join us this afternoon. I appreciate we have Mayor Stephen Minor, as well as his Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Blake Govin. I also see we have Commissioner Joe Magazine. I see we have the aide to Commissioner Kristen Rosen Gonzalez, Jacqueline Boudin. We also have the aide to Commissioner Laura Dominguez, that's Julian. And let me just do a quick look. We have a lot of staff on the call from members of our police department, our transportation and interim parking director, Jose Gonzalez, as well as his assistant director, Mr. Albert Ventura. We have our major from the Miami Beach Police Department, Major Campbell, thank you so much, as well as other members of the Miami Beach Police Department, Captain Scott Flanagan. I see we have Captain Luis Sanchez. Thank you all. So as we get into it, this is a meeting that we've been hosting as our second year in a row. It's to go over all the different impacts and traffic updates that you could expect for the entire month of March. We're going to have an emphasis on two key high impact weekends as we go through the presentation. So for some background, if this is your first spring break in the city of Miami Beach, typically during the month of March, we have an influx of visitors that causes a significant strain really on city staffing, infrastructure, and it disrupts the quality of life for residents and businesses. So in an attempt to alleviate some of the issues that we're facing here in the city, we've adopted these high impact measures during this time. So what's the plan? For the plan, the entire month of March has been identified as a high impact period for the entire city of Miami Beach. And there's a critical focus on weekends, March 13th through the 16th, March 20th through the 23rd. These are the topics we're going to go over. We have our traffic plan that I mentioned, parking and towing, beach rules, sidewalk cafes, and of course, city staffing. At the end, we're happy to answer any questions. So first off, we're going to go into the traffic plan. We're going to look at this from two different lenses. We have the entire month of March, and then we have those two high impact weekends that I mentioned earlier. Miami Beach Police Department is going to be implementing a traffic plan beginning at 6 p.m. each Thursday through Sunday for all 5 weekends. This is to reduce traffic impacts into the south of 5th, West Avenue, Flamingo Park neighborhoods. Motorists are going to be able to access these neighborhoods for the south of 5th neighborhood at Alton Road, Washington Avenue, Collins Avenue. Flamingo Park can only be accessed through Alton Road. Ocean Drive is going to be accessible from the northernmost available street, and there's going to be a sole exit at 5th Street. You're going to see barricades that are going to line the west side of Ocean Drive to reduce the potential of any pedestrians walking into contact with motor vehicles through there. More high impact measures. This is Miami Beach Police Department will be leading various safety initiatives that are going to result in traffic impacts, additional operations that are going to be suspended for certain rentals. So the Miami Beach Police Department, as we did last year, we're bringing it back for this year. The license plates reader details that you could be expecting on those high peak weekends, we'll call them. That's going to be on the MacArthur Causeway, as well as the Julia Tuttle Causeway. Again, those peak weekends, March 14th through the 16th, March 21st through the 23rd. You could go ahead and expect those impacts and setups to start really at 9 p.m. Setup will take place at 8 p.m. So please expect significant traffic impacts coming through those eastbound lanes. We are also going to have an LPR, which is the license plate reader along the 5th Street corridor, and that's going to be on the first weekend of March 7th through the 9th, starting at 7 p.m. And again, at 6 p.m., we'll have setup commencing. You could expect for this year, again, a DUI checkpoint will be back in place. This is along the 400 blocks of 5th Street. That's starting at 7 p.m., and that DUI checkpoint will be in place from March 14th through the 15th, March 21st through the 22nd. Businesses that are renting and leasing golf carts, low-speed vehicles, autocycles, which are known to some as slingshots, motor vehicle scooters, mopeds, any of those low-power vehicles, that's all going to be suspended on those 2 high-impact weekends, March 13th through the 16th, March 20th through the 23rd. Now we're going to go into parking and towing. Enhanced parking and towing enforcement is going to take place throughout the entire month, and we're going to have a priority for our residents and our employees for businesses. Flat rate fee is going to be in effect for every weekend in March. It's going to vary going into the high impact versus the non-high impact. So we could expect on those non-high impact weekends that we've covered, there's going to be a flat rate of $30 for all of our garages south of 23rd Street. So you have the list in front of you that includes all of the garages in the entertainment district. It also includes the lot at 42nd Street, and I apologize, I said south of 23rd, it's actually south, it's all city garages, which is south of 42nd. 42nd Street garage is included, as well as the Sunset Harbor garage is included. Again, those are $30 flat rate fees. This does not apply to our residents and employees that are working in the area. We'll get into the employees and what you need to share in just a second. The flat rate the non-towing rate is going to be doubled. Again, this is all for non-residents. If somebody is towed, it's going to go up to $516, which is double the normal rate, and that's in the South Beach area, south of 23rd Street. So for high impact measures, we're focusing on the 2 high impact weekends, which is March 13th through the 16th and March 20th through the 23rd. All parking garages and surface lot closures will be closed 3rd Street, and we're excluding the 18th Street garage in Sunset Harbor neighborhood. That garage, as well as the 42nd Street garage, those are going to go up to the $100 flat fee parking rate. Again, residents and employees are not subject to these closures, nor the flat fee parking rate that would be in effect for the Sunset Harbor garage, the 42nd Street garage. For employees, this is where we're going to go over your proof of employment. We are here to work with businesses. We have we're open to any questions that you may have. What we want to see and what we've done in the past is really any proof of employment from your place of work, whether it's a business card, a pay stub, a letter from your manager, a letter from the owner of the business, an ID card, something that just shows that you work in this establishment, and that way our attendants will be happy to allow you into the lots or garages that are closed, or if they have that elevated fee. So going into the actual zone, parking will not be allowed on Collins Avenue from 5th to Espanola Way starting at 5 a.m. And this is March 6th through the 10th, March 13th through the 17th, March 20th through the 24th. Parking on the 100 blocks between 6th to 15th Street is also going to be restricted 24 hours a day during that same time period. Again, this is all for non-residents, our residential Zone 5 parking permit holders. So you need to have that Zone 5 parking permit. You will be allowed to go ahead and park unless it's otherwise noted. So please pay attention to those signs. Nobody wants to get towed, especially during this period. Parking along the 200 blocks from 6th Street through Espanola Way, that's also going to be restricted per day. That same time period, March 6th through the 9th, 13th through the 16th, 20th to 23rd. Again, resident Zone 5 parking permits do not apply. Back on the beach rules. So beach entrances on Ocean Drive are going to be limited from 5th, 10th, and 12th Streets. You're going to seek security and expect security checkpoints to ensure that prohibited items are not brought onto the beach. Those entrances are going to be shut down at 6 p.m. Again, coolers, inflatable devices, tents, tables, and all those similar objects are not permitted on the beach. Amplified music without a city permit will be restricted. And as always, alcohol, smoking are already prohibited on our city beaches. On Ocean Drive, there will be no sidewalk seating on those two high impact weekends that we've covered, March 14th through the 16th, 21st through the 23rd. Packaged liquor stores are always required to close at 8 p.m. So that's a lot of information coming at you. We're going to be happy to answer any questions at the end. Just going to quickly go through our city staffing. During this period, you're going to see a lot of city staff. It's really all hands on deck from our police department, fire rescue, ocean rescue, code compliance, park rangers, parking sanitation. You're going to see them all throughout the month of March. We're going to have elevated staffing. We're expecting this influx of visitors, so you're really going to have elevated staffing to help keep those resident quality of life issues at bay. Miami Beach Police Department is going to be supplemented by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Our partners in Florida Highway Patrol, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, Miami-Dade School Police Departments, and other municipal law enforcement agencies. So really on those two high-impact weekends and throughout the month, you're going to see a lot of police presence. We really appreciate all the different agencies coming out to support us during this period. You're also going to see the return of the Goodwill ambassadors. They'll be wearing pink Take Care of Our City t-shirts. Those are going to be deployed throughout the entertainment district, and those are really to be ambassadors and answer any questions and provide directions for everyone to just have a safe and enjoyable time. So, a lot of those ambassadors are going to be city staff that you'll see out there, and then we're also going to be supplemented by Miami-Dade County staff. So we really appreciate all the staffing that's going to take place. So now at this time, happy to answer any questions that you all may have. Again, today's meeting was recorded, and we ask you all to please visit mbrealitycheck.com. Everything I just covered is up there. You'll see the video that we just played in the beginning, and all the different rules and all the different information on parking and traffic is all listed on there, especially for your employees. If you need some place to send your employees or your neighbors to understand what the impacts are going to be, please visit mbrealitycheck.com for the latest information. So with that, we'll go ahead and open it. If there's any questions, again, we're here to help answer any questions and clarify any things that was in the presentation. Happy to help. If you are new to Zoom, you just need to go ahead and raise your hand via the if you're on iPhone, you click reactions, you'll see the raise your hand feature. If not, and let me go ahead and pull up the website here so you guys could all take a look at what this looks like. So again, all the information is available on mbrealitycheck.com. And as you scroll down, you could easily click on the different road closures, beach rules, and you'll see it broken down really into every weekend so you can understand what weekend is occurring. So again, thank you everybody for participating this evening. We appreciate you all taking the time. This meeting was recorded. My name's Kevin Polito. You could go ahead and email me at kevinpolito@miamibeachfl.gov. And it looks like we do have one person with their hand up. So I'm going to go over to Ceci Velasco.
Hi, sorry, could you clarify the closure of the beach access points? They're closed at 6, but are you clearing off the beach, or is it just the access points are closed at 6?
Thank you, Ceci. So the access points at these locations, and let me try to share my screen again. So again, the access points on Ocean Drive at 5th, 10th, and 12th Street, those will be closed at 6 p.m. The beach will not be cleared until approximately 10 p.m. That's when Miami Beach Police will go out there and clear the beach.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. I'm gonna go next, Annabelle.
Hi,
Lee.
Kevin.
Hey, Annabelle.
Thank you for the presentation. I just have a quick question. If there's any hotline number somewhere or person to contact who can help an employee who's working in one of the stores or restaurants and is not able to access the garage or has an issue getting into the garage, is there like a hotline number or a contact information number they can reach out to?
Great, thank you so much. We do have, I believe, our parking staff on the line. Let me get Albert to just remind us what that number may be. I'm gonna ask Albert.
Hey Kevin, I'm on the
Hey
call.
Albert, if you could just remind us what that number is for parking dispatch, if anyone has any trouble trying to park.
I will provide Annabelle my number as well as the manager for Offshoot, which oversees the garages. We're gonna have our supervisors on duty as well, but I'll provide her my phone number. We're meeting with our contractor to go over all of the restrictions, who can and cannot access the garage, and I'll provide her that information as well once that meeting takes place. But I'll provide Annabelle my phone number.
Great, thank you, Albert. And then let me go back over to Ceci just to see if you want to follow up on one thing.
Add me to that list too. It's probably me, Annabelle, and Troy, Alberto. Me, Annabelle, and Troy probably get those phone calls.
Yeah.
All weekend. So whatever number that we can post and give out, I know you don't want to broadcast it to everybody here on the webinar, but if we can have that specifically, that we can share it with our businesses and they can share it with their employees, because it's at all hours of the day and night that we get those phone calls. Thank you.
Thank you. We do appreciate the partnership with the Ocean Drive Association as well as the Lincoln Road Bid. So we're happy to thank you, Albert, for connecting with them. I want to thank Luis Atencio for being on, and also it looks like you have your hand up, Luis. I'm just gonna ask to unmute there.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Kevin. Great presentation. We just wanted to ask a small thing. As per special event permits, that's only not permissible on the second and third weekends, which are the high impact weekends, correct?
That's correct. For special event permits, it's only on those high impact weekends. Yep.
Okay, thank you. That was the question. Thank you. Appreciate the presentation. Great one.
Thank you so much. I think we have David Suarez on the call as well, Commissioner. Thank you for joining us. We don't have any hands up. Typically when I say that, we'll get a few more, but I'll give everybody just a quick minute to make sure that their hand is up. If not, thank you all again for a great presentation. We're happy, answer any questions that you all may have. All right, with that, thanks everybody. Have a great spring break.